Air signs, welcome, welcome, welcome to your Sacred Directions weekly reading on the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree. This is going to be a little 5-card spread. I'll explain the positions as we go through. I do start with a reading from the books for the cards. They're all Oracle cards. And if you want to skip ahead, I will leave a timestamp below for the intuitive part of the reading that may or may not sync with what the authors have to say. So our center card is enthusiasm this week. This is going to be representing the position of the will, so really where your instinctual drive is, where your ambitions lie, where you want to take direction for yourself. The card is coming from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. A bright, intelligent head, haloed by the sun, sits at the top of a traditional alchemical jar. Within the jar, a figure floats among the stars, sun, and moon. Sun Sagittarius people value honesty, straightforwardness, and freedom. They believe in these values not only for themselves, but for others, which makes such characters say what they think and hang the consequences. The Sun Sagittarian may not be much of a diplomat, but it is rarely a hypocrite. This card describes someone who is energetic and outgoing, with a good sporty sense of fun and adventure. In fact, if life is a journey, Sun Sagittarius is one of the best fellow travelers. If friends can keep up, travel, whether physical or mental, is important for Sun Sagittarians, and the search for truth may take them long distances in both senses. It is important for people with this planet sign combination really to know what they believe philosophically. Regardless of educational background, they are able to deal with deeper, more abstract concepts than other people. When this card is chosen, it indicates an attraction to foreign places and people to the extent that the person concerned could live for some time in another country. It also reveals a strong intuitive ability that gives sudden flashes of inspiration or visions of future events. The enthusiasm card in a reading predicts a drive to continue education and to keep up a renewed interest in philosophical, religious, or ethical concepts. The downside of this card is the chance that one is about to let out a home truth that might hurt someone's feelings. All right, now we're going to move over to the east, and this position is representing the element of fire, involving your spirituality and even your passion. And from the Dragon Oracle deck, we have Earth and Air. Dragon represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams. This card indicates that it is time to clarify your hopes and intentions. Ask the brown and blue earth and air dragons to illuminate your visions. Then ask them to help you take all the action necessary to bring those visions into physical reality. This will re-energize your life. These dragons also offer you assistance in rising above your challenges while remaining grounded in the beautiful vibration of Earth. They enable you to find the perfect balance so that your life can truly flow with grace and ease. So call on them now and ask them to help you understand the purpose of life's lessons and see the highest good in all people and situations. As you see the lessons presented to you on your ascension pathway from a new perspective, your life will be filled with joy and purpose. Let the earth and air dragons breathe their life force into you, into each of your 12 chakras, and bring you into balance and harmony. Relax as they do this, and you will have a new sense of calm and equilibrium as you walk your divine path. Our next card is for the South. It's representing the element of water and is speaking about your emotions. I absolutely love this deck. It's the power of Hawaiian wisdom, but I apologize. I am so unfamiliar with this language that I'm just flubbing up all the pronunciations, but I will still attempt to muck my way through this. So, kawa aka piliko is a tool you can use to see clearly into the essence of a person, problem, or situation. It means a mirror that enlarges vision. It may remind you that reflection can lead to enlarged vision. A mirror reflects the images it encounters as they are. It does not attempt to judge or change them. As you refrain from judging or attempting to change things, you may find you will have no need to speak. The better you are able to hear, the better you are able to see. Listen from the heart, and you will be able to see clearly, no matter how muddy a basin becomes. A water's ability to cast a reflection is unchanged. When you experience turmoil, seek the still water of non-judgment. The essence of any situation can be seen clearly when you peer into the ka-we aka pililiko pool of silent wisdom. And then a card for your West position, representing Earth, everything physical. From the Dreamtime deck, we have Sugar Glider with the theme of courage. The Sugar Glider is a possum, a member of the marsupial family. This mammal gives birth to tiny live young who are raised in a pouch of skin on the mother's abdomen. This tiny possum glides from tree to tree by spreading its arms and legs and using the thin membrane of skin between them to glide to where it wants to go. It lets the air current support it as it leaps and glides through the branches. The sugar glider's message is to have courage. It has learned to take giant leaps of faith and to focus its energy on where it wants to be. It is here to remind you that you are supported even if you don't realize it. Now is the time to jump into the unknown, to take risks, and to do the things you have feared for so long. It is time for action, and you can no longer stay where you feel safe and protected. You do not need to have all the answers. You just need to believe in yourself and take the first step towards your goal. Do not let your fear of the unknown hold you back. Have faith in yourself and the direction you see, and take that risk. Then watch your life soar. And for you, your last card in the North position is coming from an Aztec themed deck. This position represents the element of air, which also represents your thoughts and communication. So you got rattlesnake. Its keywords are fear, anger, destruction, and aggression. If a rattlesnake makes an appearance in your cards today, look for ways that anger or fear may be manifesting in your life. It may be signifying self-destructive behavior, or it may be a message that others are working against your best interests. It can also indicate imminent danger from natural sources. A visit by this god is one sign that you should certainly pay attention to and investigate further. Rattlesnake is one of 2 venom cards. Fear and anger, like venom, are poisons that must be purged from the body that carries them. They are toxic obstacles to healing and should be dealt with using constructive honesty. What or who are you afraid of? What or who are you angry at? Now is the time to confront these emotions and the people whose actions, whether deliberate or inadvertent, contributed to your fear and anger. Forgive them if appropriate, and put this poisonous experience behind you. A good example of what rattlesnake represents in a reading occurred on January 21st, 2003, when an earthquake measuring 7.6 on the Richter scale rocked Mexico. We used a variant of the 5-direction spread to see what the cards had to say about this event. This sample reading was a way of interpreting Rattlesnake's message, but destructive energy doesn't always manifest itself in such a dramatic way. I did skip that portion of what they're speaking to right now. An activity, no matter how peaceful it may appear on the surface, can be masking destruction or harm. And destruction breeds fear, fear of not knowing what will replace that which has been destroyed or taken away. Oracles excel at answering the questions that arise from the state of fear and uncertainty. So when a rattlesnake appears, don't panic. Turn to the oracle for further guidance and reassurance. So I'm going to take a look now at what I'm seeing intuitively for you. I'm not sure, you guys may have had this enthusiasm card before, like in the recent past. Or it may have been another sign. So I'm definitely getting that you are trying to rise above something that is in maybe a space of shadow for yourself, and you might be feeling like there's a little bit of not well-grounded thinking going on around you, could be kind of slightly harmful, and you just kind of want to maybe kind of confront it, catch it, deal with it, even if they don't see. Like, even if this energy that's around you doesn't really notice that you're willing to kind of take care of it. There's something about it that just is, this behavior basically is being led by the need to stay in a position of just healthy thoughts, clear mind, and that is the space that you want to grow from. And you don't want any of this sort of nonsense basically floating around in your spaces, creating kind of a semi-dark, shadowy energy around you. As far as your spirituality goes, I'm seeing this sort of effervescence coming through. just like little bits of illumination, and you may even feel kind of spirited, kind of childlike, and have a little bit of wonder about things that you're just kind of letting pass through your environment that may seem a little bit out of the ordinary. And it may even have you kind of distracted to where you're looking at these things and you're not even realizing that you're losing maybe a little bit of footing. But that's okay, because you have the ability to, lose that solid ground that you're on and explore something different if you want to. I'm seeing for your emotions that you are really looking at them from a position of introspection a little bit, and wanting to see something in them that holds something mystical for you, that has a quality beyond, your everyday emotions, and brings you a type of insight that is aside from maybe the currents that seem so busy around you of emotions that you're maybe more familiar with. And you feel protected in this, you feel supported in this. There's something thriving about it. There's something in the process that will not only bloom but come to fruition for you if you do this type of searching for yourself. In the physical realm, I'm getting this sense of being kind of just startled, I think is the right word here. And maybe you're not completely feeling in tune with your environment, maybe a little disassociated from it. Everything still feels good. It's kind of a spectacular feeling, but you may be, taking some risks, venturing off in some other areas, maybe not, just involved with your physical environment so much. And there's a sense of vitality that it brings you to your own being, to your own physical self. And you're kind of enjoying being almost like, I don't want to say clown, but there's something kind of fun and silly about, maybe something else that has caught your attention this week aside from home base, if you've been there quite a bit. Now, in your communication area, I am feeling like you may have gone kind of silent, like you don't, like in a way, if you speak, you may harm yourself. And so, and maybe you are, actually, if you don't speak, this may be a form of harm by choosing to remain quiet. And it looks like there's something that maybe isn't of your best interest, that wants to talk to you in an insightful way, have, a real mental connection to you. And you may be a little bit closed off to that confrontation. You still may be willing to go in and see your side of it and be in that space and be responsive to your own inner thoughts. And maybe that's just where you are with it, like you're still kind of processing your internal environment. But just know that there's something there that if you don't maybe end up communicating with it, that it could potentially become harmful. So you may want to find ways to work through this section of your reality this week and create a space maybe in the near future that is less mysterious and less ominous feeling. But it's okay. I mean, there's times we need to reflect. That's a huge portion of staying balanced in our reality. So we shall see where this leads. Yeah, very interesting. It's one of those spreads that's a little bit here and a little bit there. It doesn't have a lot of harmony to it, so your week could kind of keep you on your toes, I think. I thank you so much for joining me, air signs, and I'm sending you so many blessings for peace and prosperity and protection. Take care.